Hi everyone, Hollay here from HealthyPlace. I am one of your authors for Surviving ED, Eating Disorders. So today I want to talk about whether or not you should talk to your children about eating disorder recovery. I have 4 children who are 9, almost 10, 8, 5, and just turned 2 a couple weeks ago. I've also been in eating disorder recovery for about a decade. And I believe those 2 things I just discussed are the determining factors in whether you should talk to your children and how you should talk to your children about your eating disorder recovery. So if your child's too young, my 2-year-old, really no point in talking to him at all. And I also believe it depends on how long you've been in recovery. If you're just new into it, you may not be ready to talk to anyone about it yet, and that's okay. But if you've been in recovery for a while and you're comfortable with it and you have older children, I believe that talking to them about your mental health is one of the best ways to end the stigma around it. Privacy is fine. Secrecy is really what gets us into these problems where nobody's talking about the big things that are hurting so many of us. So I believe in talking to your children, but I also believe in giving them age-appropriate information. You don't want to scare them or overburden them or make them worried about you unnecessarily. So with my older children, my older 2, the one who's 8 and almost 10, they understand that I have an anxiety disorder, and they also understand I have obsessive compulsive disorder. That's something that's easier for them to understand. My eating disorders, the fact that I would starve myself or binge and purge, those are things that I know my children at their ages couldn't handle. It would scare them and they wouldn't understand it quite yet. So I have just talked very openly about mental health, and because obsessive compulsive disorder and eating disorders all exist on that anxiety disorder spectrum, I introduced them to a disorder that they can wrap their brains around a little bit more easily. That mommy can't stand mess because my mind's already so messy that it's external representation of my internal world. So they can understand that, but they don't understand too much about my relationship with food, except that I need good food and healthy food to fuel my brain, to make good decisions and to be healthy and have good mental health. So eventually I will be talking to my children more openly about my eating disorders. But right now I'm just educating them slowly, and I believe, again, that is key. Education, compassion, and opening up about these things when you're ready and when they're ready. So I'd love to hear your thoughts about talking to your children about eating disorders, and if you think that you should. So just share in the comments, and I look forward to replying. Have a wonderful day and take care of yourself, okay?